we need to talk about that heavy, weak feeling you sometimes get in your legs. Today, we're going to get into the hidden science of why that actually happens. And, believe it or not, the answer might just be sitting in your vegetable drawer. We're talking about the humble beet.
So, does this hit close to home? You're going up a flight of stairs and your legs just feel like they're made of lead. Or maybe you go to get up from a chair and for a split second you feel kind of weak, a little unsteady. You know you're eating well, getting your protein, but that feeling just doesn't go away.
You know, the first thing we all think is, oh, my muscles must be getting weaker. It just makes sense, right? But what if I told you that for a whole lot of people, the muscles themselves aren't actually the problem? What if the real culprit is hiding somewhere much, much deeper? All right, let's pull back the curtain here and really unmask the villain behind this leg weakness. It's a quiet little process, something you don't even feel happening until, well, you do, on the stairs or getting out of a chair. So to be super clear here, while, yeah, muscle health is always important, in this very specific case of heavy, unsteady legs, it's not the muscle fibers that are giving up on you. In fact, they're the victims in this whole story.
The real problem? It's your blood vessels. Seriously. Think of them like superhighways delivering all the good stuff to your muscles. And right now, there's a major traffic jam.
The technical term for what's going on is vessel stiffening. See, as we get older, our arteries can lose that natural, youthful flexibility. They get kind of rigid. And when that happens, they narrow, and that restricts blood flow. And the most important thing that can't get through that traffic jam? Oxygen. Your leg muscles are literally being starved of oxygen.
Okay, but here is the really good news. Now that we know who the bad guy is, we can bring in the hero. And this hero is not some fancy prescription or some crazy workout. It's a lot simpler than that.
That's right. The fix for this particular problem isn't about doing more squats or lifting heavier weights. The solution is actually growing in the garden. We're talking about the plain old, deep red beetroot, and specifically its juice. So, how in the world does this work? Well, beet juice is just jam-packed with these amazing natural compounds. When you drink it, they get into your bloodstream and basically act like little messengers. They travel right to those stiff blood vessels and give them a very direct order. Open up! Just like that. The vessels get the signal to relax and widen, and boom, oxygen flows restored right where you need it most, in your calves and thighs.
Let's break down how this all comes together. It's really a powerful restorative process. Don't think of it as just a drink. Think of it more like a mission to take back your body's most important delivery routes. Okay, here's the 4-step mission. First, you drink the juice, and those powerhouse compounds get into your system. Second, they travel through your blood, seeking out those stiff artery walls. Third, they deliver the signal, that command to just relax and open up. And finally, and this is the best part, the rush. A flood of oxygen-rich blood can now pour through those widened vessels, finally feeding those hungry leg muscles. I mean, look at this. The difference is literally night and day. Before, on the left, you've got the problem. Stiff vessels, barely any flow, oxygen-starved muscles leading to heavy legs. And after, on the right, flexible vessels, maximum flow, oxygen-rich blood, which means strong, energized legs. It's a total reversal.
All right, so the science makes sense, but how do you actually do this? Let's talk about the simple, practical steps you can start tomorrow morning. So, how much? It's key. You only need about 4 to 6 ounces. We're not talking about a giant glass here. Just a small, concentrated shot. That's all it takes for those compounds to get to work. Now, this part is absolutely critical. You have got to look for 100% pure beet juice. Read that label. A lot of so-called beet juices are actually mixed with apple or pear juice, which just adds a ton of sugar and dilutes the good stuff. For this to work, purity is everything. And when should you drink it? Timing is key here. Drink it first thing in the morning. This lets your body absorb and use those compounds with maximum efficiency, basically setting up your whole system for the day ahead. And the last piece of the puzzle, make sure you drink it on an empty stomach. This is so important because it means there's no other food in there getting in the way, letting those vessel-opening compounds get right into your system and start their mission immediately.
So there you have it, that weakness in your legs. It might not be a muscle problem at all, but a delivery problem, a problem of stiff vessels starving them of oxygen. And the solution? Well, it could be as simple as a few ounces of pure beet juice every morning. So the real question is, are you ready to stop just dealing with the symptom and finally go after the root cause?